Well, hello. I am Joanna with Blissful Baby Sleep Coaching. I am delighted to talk to Micala Quin today, who is helping working moms solve the working mom dilemma to be able to help them build their own freelance business, which is amazing, especially considering COVID and how things have changed in the working environment and how much more potential there is for moms to start their own businesses. And I'm doing this interview today in honor of my work with WO3, which is a grassroots movement to help partner, promote, and support women-owned businesses in the month of March, because the reality is, you guys, women-owned businesses are the foundation of our economy, and we are all doing such amazing, important work. And that's why I'm so excited to talk to Micala, because she is helping so many moms become mompreneurs and run their own business and have freelance work and be able to balance motherhood and income earning and be able to feel productive and do meaningful work. So welcome, Micala.
Hi, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to share and go at the same time, but thank you so much for having me, Joanna.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what I would love you to do is give us some backstory on how you decided to start your own business, helping other moms become freelance workers and earn their own income from the comfort of their own home so they can be the mother they want to be.
Yeah, so my background, I was not always a freelancer. I used to be a high school English teacher. I taught high school English for 4 years, and it was great. I loved it right up until I had kids. And when my first was born, I just something in me switched, and it was this beautiful little baby that was in me for 9 months, and then she's in my arms, and I was like, I cannot put her in daycare. But we had to that first year because, life is expensive.
You had, I mean, the plan was you're going back to work. And so you're sticking with the plan. Yep.
Yeah. And it was a really, really hard year. I kept searching and trying to figure out a way to make our budget work with just one income off my husband's, and it just wasn't gonna work out. So I had to figure out, okay, plan B, how can I replace my teacher income while from home? And I did a couple different things. I tried making a bow business. My little daughter, I like being crafty, and so I would make her all these hair bows, but that did not really replace my income. There's only so much you can charge for a bow, and I'm pretty sure I lost money on that one with all the Hobby Lobby trips. And then once I had hit up all my friends and family for their obligatory, we support you bow, I had nowhere else to go. So it was back to the drawing board, searching again. I also kind of tried a bow business, or not a bow business, a baking business. So I also love to make cakes and all of that. And that just resulted in a huge mess in my house. And I pretty much broke even as far as supplies and time to what someone will pay for a cake. And then, for a while, I was just feeling really stuck and resentful and bitter. But I just kept telling anyone who would ask me, how's work, blah, blah, blah. And I was just honest. Actually, it's hard right now. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm looking for something where I can work on, my schedule, work from home, and, in between my daughter McLaren's nap schedule, and still make a good income. That was important. And everyone kind of just laughed at me and was like, ha ha ha, that's not possible. Just suck it up. It'll get better. Well, it never got better. And finally I told the right person, because my husband's cousin at Christmas, we were talking, and this was over 5 years ago. At Christmas, we were talking, and she was like, I feel the same way. And I started doing this freelance thing. I'm working as a virtual assistant for this pottery shop in New York City. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And she was like, I do email inbox management and some social media scheduling and, other little admin tasks that pop up. And I can do that. And so I got started kind of diving into that world. And long story short, not before I knew it, it actually took me 7 months to land my first client.
Yeah.
But now it seems like, okay, long story short, I landed my first client and then another client and then another client. And, eventually I had replaced my teacher income, actually surpassed it. And as a teacher, I took home, after daycare and taxes, I took home $1,000. And that was working, I taught high school English. So that was working 55 to 60 hours a week.
Easily. Oh my gosh. And high school English is so intense. Yes.
It was so intense. And I taught the honors kids. So there was all this grading.
Expectations from the parents and the children, the teens alike. Okay. Yeah.
You
guys getting this? Look at this. This is amazing. Here she was, an honors teacher in a high school, providing critical help in our educational system. And after taxes and daycare was only bringing home $1,000. And so she was like, I am going to find a way and I'm going to not give up, which I love, right? You did the bow business and the cake business and you're like, I'm not giving up. Let me keep thinking about and looking at options. And I love the fact that you were willing to continue to look at options. Yes, you maybe had some twists and turns and some down days, but, and so now, now there you are, having your own freelance business yourself. So how did you pivot to, oh my gosh, I need to help other moms do the same thing? How did you pivot from there?
So I've always been a natural teacher. And as I was building my business, I was in tons of Facebook groups, just mom-centered Facebook groups, because I was one of the first ones in my friend group to have kids. And so I didn't have really anyone else that I could go to and be like, hey, what's this mean? Or I'm going through this, what can I do? And so I was in a lot of mom Facebook groups. And as I was in these Facebook groups, I noticed every day there were multiple people asking, hey, I'm sick of my job, or I want to work from home, or I already stay home. I'm looking to do something for, extra money, but I don't want to join an MLM. What are my options?
Right.
And so I just started helping them as I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Here's some resources. It's awesome. And I did that for about a year as I was building. And then one day I kind of quickly became known in my local Kansas City mom Facebook group as a lady who can help you work from home without joining an MLM. And then one day there were,
and just for those of you that are wondering, that's multi-level marketing. So becoming, there's a million different
Beauty Counter, Plexus, Mary Kay, all the kind of products that people sell.
Right, products.
And I didn't want to do that. And there was just one day, it was August of 2017, and there were 50 moms that wanted me to help them. At that exact moment, there was one specific post. I answered a question and they were like, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? 50 people. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't. I've got, at that point I had 2 kids and clients.
Yes.
And so I was like, I'll just start a Facebook group. I'll help everyone at once. And then from there, it transitioned into my first course shortly after that. And it's kind of just exploded ever since.
We just got a shout out for you from Katie saying, woohoo,
hi, Katie.
That's so nice. Thank you for the encouragement. Yeah. So that's what a wonderful story to share about how, again in the spirit of women promoting women, right? So there she is finding her own way. and then be willing to help and assist other women, and then recognizing there was actually something she could do bigger and more to continue to help women. And so what does it really mean? So now here you are, you guys, by the way, she has a huge podcast that she started in 2018. She has over 200,000 downloads. It's called the Live Free?
Yeah, the Live Free podcast with
Live Free
Micala,
podcast.
Quin.
And so she's out there, on social media and podcasting and explaining the benefits of freelance work. Now, you guys, for those of you that are watching that don't know me, I am a trained and certified gentle sleep coach. And so, I work with working moms every day who are challenged because their babies are not sleeping through the night or are taking miserable naps. And, especially if you're a mompreneur and you own your own business and you're trying to run your business and being available to your clients and being a working professional, it is, having the energy and the focus is paramount, right? And so, lots of working moms come to me and mompreneurs come to me because they recognize that when their baby's not sleeping, their whole life starts to have I call it the feathering out of consequences, right? You don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the focus. You're exhausted, you're becoming resentful, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're obviously sleep deprived. And then, then all of a sudden all this self-doubt starts to creep in, the self-doubt and the shame, like, why can't I figure this out? And why can't I get my act together? And all these terrible consequences start to happen when just one little cute baby or child
So cute
is not sleeping well. Then that means you're not sleeping well, and that all these other components of your life start to change. And so, you can want to be a freelancer and you can want to be an entrepreneur, but if you're not sleeping well because your child's not sleeping well, it is going to be very hard to get that lift to have the sustainability to be a long-term mompreneur, right? So that's why I wanted to talk to Micala today, you guys, because it all goes together, right? It all goes together. You can have the idea and the inspiration, but you need the infrastructure around your life to be able to get that lift. And part of the infrastructure is, like for Micala, she has these classes that you can take to learn how to be a freelancer. Then she needs, the support of her family. She needs her own intrinsic drive, but then she also needs her household to run smoothly. Oh, yeah. And everyone the baby's getting to bed in time so she can get into bed in time so that everyone can sleep well. And that's where I come in, right? That's where families hire me because they're like, help me do this and help me do this without tears, right? Because I'm a gentle sleep coach. I do not believe in cry it out. I believe with my emphasis on sleep science, behavioral science, and attachment theory, there is a way that we can solve any problem for, basically like a 4-month-old up to a 10-year-old. We can always find our way, and we can always do it with minimum tears and concerns, and so when someone says like, oh, wow, I want to be a freelancer, like, what does that mean? Like, what, I mean, when I think of that word, there's like so many different ideas that come to mind. So for you and the women that you support, what does freelancing mean?
Yeah. So if this is something completely new to you, it was completely new to me when I got started too. I had no idea. My idea of like what it meant to be a freelancer was I pictured a starving artist like downtown, peddling for money. And that is farthest from what it looks like for me and what it looks like for the women I work with. A freelancer basically just describes kind of, a freelancer is basically, it's not like an employee. You are starting your own business. And as a freelancer, you will operate as an independent contractor, which means you're not that employee. You get to control, as an independent contractor, you get to control when you work, where you work, and you also get to control how much you charge. So whereas when you're working as an employee, the employer is saying, okay, you have to work in our office, or you can work from home, but you must work, hours 8 to 5 or whatever that looks like. And here's how much we're paying for this position. As a freelancer, you get that control.
Yeah.
And a lot of women will most freelancers will have multiple clients.
Uh-huh.
So they have, anywhere from 3 to 5-ish clients, and that kind of makes up their income.
Right.
And so they'll provide different services for these clients, whether it's virtual assistant, social media management, copywriting services, design services, Facebook ad services, marketing services. There's bookkeeping. There's endless opportunities, project management, endless opportunities to help other businesses.
Right. So, for example, I have used 2 virtual assistants through Micala Quin's graduates. And so for me, I'm as a baby sleep coach, I want to spend my focus on servicing my clients, but I need a virtual assistant to do social media management, to help me create PDFs, to keep me organized with my different projects, to help me prepare PowerPoint presentations for my speaking engagements. And so it's this beautiful collaborative process where my amazing virtual assistant, shout out to Catherine, is excited about the work I do, right, as a baby sleep coach, because she actually hired somebody to help her when she herself was struggling with sleep. She herself went and sought help and got professional assistance with that. And so she knows what it means to be that sleep deprived mom, and she now knows what it means to be a well-rested family. And so her passion for her own personal experience in helping me is that she gets it to the core. She understands the moms and the parents I'm working with. And that is so beautiful. So like when you're a freelancer, you can be doing things that you're already passionate about, right?
Yeah.
So like if your background is in copywriting, like you can become the copywriter for like if someone in wellness nutrition, if that's your passion play, right? So that's what's so amazing is that there's this nice fusion between taking your talents and skills and then finding something that you already like. And then that becomes this beautiful working relationship that is possible. So it's beneficial to you as the freelancer, but it's beneficial to me who needs somebody to support me so I can do my important work. And that's why I wanted to talk to you today, Micala, is because this is like the ultimate like women supporting women, right? That I imagine that the majority of your graduates are now supporting other female-owned businesses.
Oh yeah, a good majority of them are working with other women-owned, other mom-owned businesses. And a lot of people in the beginning, they question like, but who would hire me? I'm just a teacher. I'm just a nurse. I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Who's going to hire me? And I tell them like, there are people that are looking for your life experience, whether it's like, even take out that you don't have copywriting experience or you don't have virtual assistant experience. One thing you said about Catherine that you love so much is that she's your figured out person. Yeah. You don't know how to do some stuff. And, she doesn't know how to do everything right when you hired her, but you say, hey, Catherine, can you help me with XYZ? And she's like, yep, I'll figure it out. I'll go figure it out. I'll read about it and do it. Yep. And that is that's what being a virtual assistant is you are that figured out person. If you can solve problems, you can do that. But also people want to hire people like you, people like me. I now have a team of freelancers supporting me. We want to hire people who believe in our business, who believe in our mission, who believe in the work that we're doing. And that is priceless. That is invaluable. Hands down, if you look at like tie-in and buy-in to mission of business versus 20 years experience doing marketing. Yes. If you don't have that buy-in and that mission, even if you've got the years of experience, I'm going to go with that personality beginner, passion person 10 out of 10 times.
Exactly. And that's exactly why I ended up hiring Catherine, is that I am her first client as a freelancer. But because she had her own personal experience going from a sleep deprived mother to a well-rested family, she was like, I want to help you do more of that, because that I am so behind that. And so her interest and help in understanding my business is so natural to her. And so we're having such a good time together in the learning. And so when I say I'm going to kind of, get more engaged on Instagram, because I'd always been focusing on Facebook, and now I want to kind of move over to Instagram more. And I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing. She's like, I will help you figure it out. And the benefit is that I'm going to be paying for some training programs that I'm paying for that she gets to take. So then the benefit is, as I said to you, you're going to be able to take this material and offer this to others, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
So as a freelancer, the figure it outable is actually future skill sets you're able to offer to other clients, right?
Oh yeah.
I feel in many ways I'm like helping her then like build her own business, because she's building a skill set that will forever be important for social media stuff, will forever be important no matter who she supports, right? And she's
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You are a dream client, Joanna.
Oh, good. Well, again, you guys, I'm all about supporting women-owned businesses. So on that note,
I can hold her. Yeah. My little baby's going to be joining us.
Okay, no problem. So on that note, Micala, what are you going to be doing in the month of March to be really, 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 really deliberate in promoting and promoting women-owned businesses? I mean, you're kind of already doing it, but like, what else could you be doing, or would you like to do to just really make sure that you're doing that in the month of March?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to continue to do everything I do for my business outside of promoting freelancing as an option. Doing what I can to help other women-owned businesses find and connect their next freelancer, their next virtual assistant, social media manager, whatever, by letting them know about our hire form. I'm also going to share, I have a lot of businesses that oh shoot, sorry, Dewey. I've just made it an obstacle to get into my office today. Hi, sweet girl. Thank you. Have a good day.
There's the baby. Who's this?
This is Caroline. Baby? This is Caroline. She's my youngest. She is. How
old is she?
Almost 7 months.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Did she just wake up?
Yeah, she was napping and eating. But but I'm also going to share. So I found a ton of women-owned businesses that I follow, that I love, that I buy from. And I'm just going to share which companies, which businesses that I shop at, that I support, and help raise awareness for their business, and keep sharing stories from women in my program who are starting businesses. Every Wednesday we do a kind of a day in the life feature. So someone from my course can kind of sign up to take over my Instagram stories on Wednesday, and they kind of give a overview of what their business looks like, the services they offer, and how they work.
That's awesome. Yeah. So inspiration. So, and I'm typing in the chat so you guys can learn about Micala. It's also in the notes, but I'll put this in the feed. Micala, remind me, it's MicalaQuin.com, and then the freelance info.
/ freelance-guide.
Okay. So any of you out there that are like, I want to look into freelancing. Micala's got some, this guide, and then also you can always take her course. And then in her course, tell me more about, after they finish the course, you guys have a Facebook group. Like, tell me what else ongoing training and things you do to help support the moms that graduate from your program.
Yeah. So we have the program. It includes, like, the core content is 7 steps. That walks you through everything you need to do to build a business. Like I said, freelancing is starting a business. You're not it's not getting hired by a job, and you get this work. It's starting a business. So I walk you through everything to do in that. And then from there, it also includes a student community with over 1,000 active members right now. And we do weekly coaching calls on Wednesday. So if you have questions, you need like to talk to me one-on-one, we have the weekly coaching calls, and we've got monthly guest expert trainings on various skills trainings to kind of help up level your skill set.
Yeah, your skill set.
Keep up to date on all the trends in the freelance world and marketing world, and job leads. A big perk of the program is these exclusive job leads for freelancers that are for our community. And anyone in the program, I include resources. Step 6 is all about how to kind of network with clients and how to land clients, where to go, how to do that. We've got templates for everything, and including templates for how to respond and nurture the job leads, job lead hires.
She's like, I love being on camera. She's all happy.
You like seeing yourself, don't you?
Smiley girl. That's so cute.
It's because she's a well-slept baby.
I know she's a well-slept baby. I love hearing that. See, they smile at you all the time when they're well-rested, and then you smile because you're well-rested, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Well, see, you guys, this is like mom life right here, right? So here she is. She's doing a Facebook Live with me. She has a nanny, but then the nanny's like, hey, she needs to talk to you. So mom's like, okay, I'm available. You know, I'm home. We can do this. And it's the best. It's really is the best. At least for me, having this, I can work at home. I have structured work time now. I didn't always have a nanny in the beginning. Right. But I love that I can be working and I can hear the giggles. If I'm taking a break, I can run out and sneak a hug. Or when my son is 2, when he's working on an art project and he's just so proud of it, he can run and show me and like, look what I did. Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah.
So awesome. Great. So thank you so much, Micala, for joining me today and sharing your important work and all the things you do to support women to be the mom they want to be and to have the flexibility to earn income from home.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Joanna.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You say bye.